I'm a 28-year-old guy, pretty average overall. I work a steady job, live alone, keep to myself, and generally don't go looking for drama. But somehow, drama still found me, wrapped in the shape of my girlfriend and her escalating obsession with control. Everything blew up during a normal weekday evening. I came home, tossed my keys in the dish, and saw her sitting on my couch scrolling through her phone like she was searching for national secrets. When I sat down, she locked her screen instantly, like I had caught her doing something she shouldn't. I didn't even get a chance to ask what that was about before she hit me with it. "I need your phone," she said. I asked why. She crossed her arms and said she wanted my password. No explanation, no conversation. It wasn't a request. It was an ultimatum. She actually said, "If you don't give it to me, we're done." And she expected me to hand it over like we were exchanging gum. I told her no.
Calmly.
She pushed harder, throwing out the classic line, "If you have nothing to hide, then give it." At that point, it wasn't even about the password. It was about the entitlement behind the demand. So I told her exactly what she didn't expect to hear. "If those are the options, then we're done." She froze, like she couldn't believe I wasn't bending. Then she stormed out when she realized I wasn't playing along. That should have been the end of it. But endings aren't her style. The next morning, the calls started. Blocked numbers. Back to back. No voicemails. Just endless ringing. I blocked each number, but new ones appeared like she had a whole call center dedicated to harassment. Then things got weirder. A coworker pulled me aside and asked, "Is everything okay with your girlfriend?" Turns out she had messaged our company Instagram asking if I was really at work. She wanted confirmation. When I told him we broke up, he just shook his head and said she sounded intense. That was one way to put it. Later that day, my building manager slid a note under my door saying someone reported a noise complaint for my unit. I had been silent all afternoon. She clearly filed it just to make trouble. I texted her once, "Stop contacting me anymore, and I'll take legal action." No reply. Just silence for a few hours. Then the account alerts started popping up. Email recovery attempts. Password reset requests. Suspicious login notifications from a location way too close to her apartment. I knew exactly what was happening. A buddy of mine in cybersecurity checked my devices and confirmed it. Someone had tried to clone my Apple ID backup. I locked everything down, changed every password, switched authentication methods, basically rebuilt my digital life from scratch. And then I called a lawyer. He walked me through harassment laws, what counted as unauthorized access attempts, and told me to document everything. Every call, every message, every attempt to break into my accounts. She didn't back off. She escalated. She started posting vague, betrayed messages online, telling people I had cheated, messaging friends and relatives with the same story. She wasn't even grieving the breakup. She was trying to punish me for not giving her control. Then I got a text from my cousin asking if I really cheated. That's when I knew she wasn't just venting. She was rewriting the narrative. And I stayed silent. My lawyer told me not to engage, and I listened. About 2 days later, I got a message I wasn't supposed to see, a screenshot from a friend who was in a group chat she'd been ranting in. And there it was in black and white. She admitted she knew I didn't cheat. She said she just wanted to teach me a lesson for walking away from her ultimatum. That was the turning point. I didn't feel angry. I felt done. Completely done. Then came the night she showed up at my door. It started with slow, heavy knocks. Confident ones. Like she still believed she had authority over me. I looked through the peephole and saw her sitting on the floor outside my door in the hoodie she stole from my closet. I didn't open the door. She knocked again, harder. "I know you're in there." I answered through the door, calm. "We don't have anything to talk about." She demanded I open it. I refused. Then came her switching tactics: anger, tears, guilt, quiet sobbing. "Please, I need to see your phone. I need the truth." Still about the password. Still convinced denying her meant guilt, not boundaries. I didn't move. She tried emotional blackmail. "People think you're dangerous now." I told her she created those lies herself. She claimed I couldn't prove it. I told her I could.
She left.
but not for long. The next morning, my lawyer emailed saying all documentation for a harassment restraining order was ready. I handed over everything: call logs, messages, the fake complaint, the login attempts, the rumors, the confession screenshot. When he saw the last one, he nodded like everything finally clicked into place. He sent her a cease and desist letter that same afternoon. And that's when she panicked. Suddenly, my phone blew up, not blocked numbers, but her actual number. She sent a long chain of texts. "You're being dramatic. You're ruining my life. We can still fix this. I didn't mean it like that. Please don't do this." And then the last one. "I'm coming over." I didn't reply. I didn't need to. If she came, it would only help my case. She showed up again that night. This time she didn't yell.
She cried. Hard.
She kept saying she never thought I'd actually go through with it. She told me I was making her look out of control. She said she only did everything because she felt like I was slipping away. Then she said the line that defined the entire situation: "You're supposed to love me more than your boundaries." That was her worldview in one sentence. Relationships meant ownership. Love meant submission. I told her she created the consequences herself. She left without arguing. 2 weeks later, the restraining order was granted. She didn't show up to the hearing. People who once believed her accusations reached out apologizing after her stories fell apart. Some even admitted she'd been ranting to them about making me regret breaking up with her. Her support disappeared. Her narrative collapsed. And my life finally went quiet. There wasn't triumph, just clarity.
Peace.
The understanding that giving someone unlimited access to you isn't love, it's surrender. If anyone gives you a password ultimatum, they're not asking for trust. They're asking for control. And if they're willing to lie, stalk, and manipulate to get it, walking away isn't the hard choice. It's the necessary one. If you enjoyed the roller coaster, feel free to subscribe, no password required.